What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Way Too Smooth,
What's
B Mahoney.
going on, y'all? This your boy B Mahoney. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the Knowledge Exchange. What's going on, brother?
Man, nothing much, man. Want to start by saying happy belated Mother's Day. I don't know if you want to say belated Mother's Day. Well, we didn't air last week, so this is my happy Mother's Day to all the respectful moms, all the mothers who've been putting it in, all the retired moms, aka grandmothers. A mother's job is never done. Yes, well, a parent job too is never done, but a mother's job is never done. So to all the women out there showing a lot of love, still taking care of their business, holding down the family, uh, putting their best foot forward as far as being a parent.
Most definitely.
I respect that, and I salute you, and I hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day. I hope you got everything done. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to the mother of my two children. Uh, you're holding it down.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Much
Happy
love and
mother. Happy
respect.
belated. Happy belated.
For sure, for sure.
Most
So
definitely.
this week is this episode 11? Episode 11.
Yep.
Um,
Episode 11.
Also the season finale, season one finale. So this will be our last episode for about, let's say, probably a month. And we'll be back end of June, first week of July, uh, with new content, probably rebranded. You know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all catch those old episodes and whatnot, because there's gonna be a lot of new and exciting things going on moving forward. I just relocated down to Arizona. I got some things still going on with
Yeah.
the move or whatever. So uh, that's gonna be where a lot of my attention and focus is gonna be for the next few weeks. Is just making sure I'm able to, get the family situated and be able to put my all into this podcast and keep it moving
Yes,
forward. So
indeed.
I appreciate everybody that's supporting us. We're gonna take a break. Uh, Well, it's gonna be the end of this is season finale, so it will be a break.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for sure, once season two start, we're gonna be ramping it back up. You know, but we got a lot of new. Well, not a lot of new, but we got some good topics to talk about today. What you got going on, bro?
Far as topics or just in general?
Just in general. It's your
Man,
whatever you
same
got.
old same. Same old same, man. Trying to get some stuff in order. Kind of restarting some stuff and doing a little bit of relocating myself, as I guess my background is kind of obvious or whatever. But yeah, man, just day by day, bro, getting some stuff back in order. Uh Man, trying to make this dream come true, really. I can't really explain it that much. Every day be the same, but it ain't at the same time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, it don't be too much. You know me though. I don't be, I don't be down and out about nothing, man. Every day is a good day. As long as I live to see it, every day a good day with me, bro. I don't really be tripping.
For sure, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We can always complain about something. Uh,
Yeah.
there's a lot
Complaining
of
don't do nothing. Man. I could use that energy to be productive or something. You know what I'm saying?
that exactly, exactly. Well, speaking of energy,
Yes,
uh,
indeed.
let's kick this off talking about the
You want to go
energy
into the
people have.
breaking news or the fight, the two
Oh
heavy
no,
hitters
let's
in the
go.
victory? How you want to start?
Let's go into the breaking news, man. Enlighten me.
Man, hot off the press. We got to bring the diddler back up, man.
The diddler,
It appears, it appears, there has been footage obtained. I think we got a right to show this because it's everywhere anyway. I'm gonna just put this up here real quick, and we just gonna take a look, and we gonna talk about it, y'all. Now, remember, we usually don't like to do gossiping or nothing like that, but this is past that. This is a pass. On a serious note, this is a past. This is far beyond assuming and making jokes. This is clear evidence of something that I know the knowledge exchange for sure don't stand for, in any form or fashion. And we're gonna talk about it. So this appears to be the footage. Um, and
his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. There is no audio.
It didn't start from the beginning, but basically you could see her.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
You could see him chasing her.
Captured on multiple cameras.
She's trying to get on the elevator.
His then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway at a Los Angeles
he throws her to the ground, grabs her stuff. She looks hurt even from that. He's kicked her
and settled the next day.
Reference action. It looks terrible, bro. It looks
seen in this video.
It's ridiculous.
There is no audio.
Like I said, we here at Knowledge Exchange, we don't condone none of these type of actions. This information appears to be fresh off the press. I'm talking about as we were loading up, it started popping up somewhere everywhere. It appears to show Diddy, as y'all can see, assaulting Cassie, which she said happened. I'm just gonna start off by saying, man, at this point, like I said, these aren't jokes anymore. This ain't just, celebrity, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's in the news now. There's now more evidence. This is actual video proof, man. And whatever that man get, whatever comes his way regarding these allegations, I hate to be the one to say it because he is a black man, but we got to hold each other accountable, man. He deserves, Cassie deserves justice. And he deserves to be punished for what we just saw on that video.
I wonder if the hotel released the footage or if she released the footage, because depending on who released the footage, it might be a countersuit involved. Because I believe, like, didn't he pay her off? He gave her
the case was settled. The case was settled, but I believe what another option that could be is that this is some of the things that they saw, and he knew there was no point in taking it to court. So after, once the case is solved, things do become, the details become public knowledge of some sort. So this could be something that he knew was against him, that he knew maybe Cassie's lawyers had obtained. The footage was probably already held on by her side, and it's like, hey, you don't want this to get out. That doesn't mean that it can't be put out or that it can't be found. So I hope you could very well be right, bro. Maybe there could be legal action, but I think that still doesn't take away from the fact that he what we just saw was by far horrendous and unacceptable.
Yeah. So the reason why I asked that was because you don't want that kind of fight for justice. You just want her to get justice, right? You don't want like things like that, a countersuit. The next thing you know, mitigations, or whatever they might decide to agree on. And you don't you go to trial, to get drug alone or whatever. Take a long time to close, or you know what I mean. So that's why I'm asking. Because if he countersuit, then it's like we don't want. To me, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Like once it's footage right there, bro. Like, what you gonna say? She called you a nigga. Like, what you gonna say, fam? Like, you don't have a justifiable reason for doing that. Now, I don't like. He chased. She tried to get away. Something went down. Now, that's the part of the video we don't know. Like they say, no audio, but even outside of the audio, just from her fleeing and him chasing, it don't look good at all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it looks like
nobody. You don't chase nobody down for no reason. You know what I mean? That's like if a girl got his phone, then he running after her to get the phone. Like it's always a reason, but it's obviously something deeper than that that she's fleeing. She's like covered up. You know what I mean? She's trying to leave incognito, kind of. You know what I mean? Like without anybody noticing. Uh, and it sucks because on a lower level of life, you probably would have had this already signed, sealed, and delivered. And dude would have been in jail already, right? But because dude got money, he do got a name out here. You know what I'm saying? And she's somewhat of a this situation, yeah, like all this avoidance things. You got your son dropping diss tracks, and, like, come on, man. Like, I was
which was not
always
needed, by the
so
way.
ain't nobody talking about it except 50 Cent, and he like killing them
Yeah.
without even rapping. So, but
Right.
I was always told, fam, like things don't happen for no reason, right? So even and this just to allude to the rap beef between Kendrick and Drake. So Drake got called a pedophile, right? Don't nobody just throw that. You don't get called that for no reason. It got to be something,
Right.
even if it looks like and it's not really that. You had to be in some kind of position. So then you find out he texted a 14-year-old girl said that he was texting her about boys and whatever, replying to her text and she was reaching out to whatever. They had communication. So now it don't look like you're clear of the pedophile allegation because you was
Yeah.
communicating with a 14-year-old. It you didn't she ain't blood or nothing like that to you, right? Now he didn't have to speak with her and none of that. It's just because that, the scope of it looks bad. With this Diddy situation, the scope of it looks bad, bro. You did something. It's obvious something happened. Whether it was just Cassie or other parties involved, you're guilty of something. People already thought you killed Tupac or Biggie, one of the two, that you had to handle one of them jobs. Turns out, let's go, what, 40, 50 years later, 40 years later almost?
Right.
What is it? Is it 30 years?
20,
Like
about
30?
20 something.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, about
like so close to
28,
30,
something
my
like
bad. Yeah, so like, let's say around
that.
30 years later, you going through all of this. It looks like karma to me, buddy. Looks like karma to me.
Yeah.
So, uh, like I said, I'm a firm believer. I was told that, hey, if you get a label attached to you, somebody probably seen, or it's you better check your back. Watch what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I
you
think,
was probably somewhere that you wasn't supposed to be, or you really did something that you trying to hide. My bad. That's what I got to say
yeah.
about that. And also,
No, you good.
my final thought would be no, fam. If you that for any man, bro, take a walk, take a run, get out of the arena. If you that worked up and you feel like you got to go drag a woman or put your hands on her, it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
I get frustrated too. I done been in situations where the environment is intense and everything. It go like once you get to the point where you're yelling, you know ain't no other point after that. Somebody gonna get
Yeah.
violent. A person like me, I'll take a drive, I'll take a walk, I'll leave the house, man. If I got liquor bottles there, you might see me
Yeah.
outside smashing bottles because I'm trying to just like get that energy up off me. Some people go to the gym
Yeah.
or some people go boxing and do shadow boxing. Whatever the case may be, find you something else outside of putting your hands on the woman. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, most definitely. I think just being having an analytical mind that I have, quite a few things stood out to me that you called out too. The fact that she looks very incognito, hood on, which is a sign of stress, distress, not wanting to be seen. It's almost like she's trying to hide inside herself almost. Um, and then him running behind her with what looks like possibly a towel on. Like maybe he tried to take a shower. She tried to hurry up and sneak and leave. He heard her, ran out, and it appears very violent, very angry. Like you said, something happened. He tried to continue on with his day. It looks like she might have got to a point where she's like, F this, I'm out. And he came and was like, oh, you think you're going somewhere? And I agree with everything you're saying, man. If it's ever that serious, I get it. Everybody don't always get along, Like I said before in a previous episode, make sure y'all go check them out. Being with somebody is difficult. It's two strangers trying to put their life into one. So regular celebrity, at the end of the day, we all still humans, and sometimes you just gotta accept some things ain't for you and stop trying to force the situations. Then, because otherwise, you end up in situations like what we just witnessed, where you're doing something. Now, I can't say it's out of character because I don't know him, but for speaking for the general public, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you out of character, where too many emotions are involved, and it takes 1 second to cost you 5-10 years. You know what I'm saying, of your life. Trust me, it's a lot of people sitting in prison that'll tell you that. Took 3 seconds to take everything away from them. It's just it happens that fast.
It's
Granted that this has been settled, but seeing the footage, and having the proof, which no one had, by the way, no one had any reason to not believe her. No one had any reason to not believe her. We kind of got a habit of, and when I say we, I mean the public, we kind of got a habit of, when men or women, when someone says something that's happened to them or whatever, we kind of tend to want to see facts or have proof before we just take their side for whatever reason. But having the proof now, I think, it kind of just solidifies some of the stuff that we know about him. I believe we touched on some of the other things earlier and again in previous episodes, and it's like, it's starting to look more so like that is who you are than the fact that it isn't. You can walk around saying people lying on you all you want to, which is fine. You're supposed to defend yourself, but what do you got to say about this? Like, what explanation do you have?
You
There
can
isn't
change your
one. I
name
don't
as
care
much
what.
as you want.
Yeah, like I don't. At this point, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
if she made you mad or whatever. Even the force of the throwdown, it's like you could have broke that girl collarbone or something, which I think he did injure her badly at some point. It's been documented. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can see that he's very comfortable with treating her that way, and it's ridiculous, bro. And again, I can't stress enough how we don't condone those type of behaviors. I don't care how good the music is. I don't care how many beats you made, how many artists you done put on. At this point, the support that I would have had for you has to dwindle down because what I morally stand on and what I morally believe.
Listen, I agree with you. And one of the things you said was about believing, like him showing who he is. We don't know dude personally.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And, this remind me of like people on Facebook who change their name all the time. It ain't
Yeah,
gonna change your reality, bro. You still who
it
you
doesn't.
are. Like your character is for not the page that you on, not the name that you have. It's
Yeah,
your character. If you don't like the way people treating you or the way people respond to you, maybe you check yourself first, and then you proceed
facts.
to look into other people's perception. But a lot of the things we go through starts with us, and it's just facts. So whatever insecurities or whatever he did that he was trying to hide, you put a woman on a payroll, you make her your confidant, you make her your safe, you stuff all your secrets and videotapes and all the memories, every she around for all of that. And you don't think she got good time
Yeah,
for it? But she got with you because she thought that she loved you. She wanted more. She wanted to be the one for it. But then it turned into something a whole lot deeper. And then like this also shows why we should have sympathy or empathy, whichever one you want to use, towards the women that are a part of
yeah,
domestic violence or violent or abusive, whether it's mental, physical, or emotionally abusive relationships. Uh, us as men, we don't always know how to communicate, handle our emotions. There's be a lot going on. We stressing. You know what I'm saying? So when
Yeah.
you in a position where you feel like you can overpower another individual, a lot of people like to do that. That's why you see managers
Yeah.
at jobs just having power trips and ego trips and stuff because they feel like they have
Mm.
range to do that. And this brings them to the point you said about being very comfortable doing that to you.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
if you willing to run, it's a hotel. Cameras are in the hallway. No regards
Yeah.
to none of that. You just go grab this
None.
lady, slam her to the ground, and then drag her.
Yes.
Come on, bro. Don't call
He's so
yourself
used to
love,
it
bro.
that where he is, it doesn't even matter. He's just that used to it. And in
Yeah.
his mind, he's at home. This is what happens. And I think that video shows a lot of just what I think would be a natural, that's his natural response to her at that moment. Like in those times, this isn't a moment, hey, let's sit down and talk. He's choosing violence naturally. It's not even a second thought. It's just his reaction. And I think when you like people who know how to like look at for those type of things and kind of like can read into those type of things, it's very obvious that that woman wasn't lying on him. That's why there was no trial about it. He gave her what she asked for, and he tried to brush it under the rug. You can't hide it. She wasn't lying on you.
That also go back to them double lives. Remember we talked about that? Hey, you don't know what a person do once they leave your
Yeah,
presence. You know what I'm saying? He hop off
exactly.
that stage, or he cut that Instagram video of him getting off his plane, or then he turn into an abuser.
Yeah,
And then you be like, man, what about his friend? What his friends gonna say? What if they don't know? That's how he live.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, then how they gonna check this man? Because he took for
yeah,
her to even come out and say something for him to even be suspicious or look
yeah,
suspicious, right? Did nobody, I don't recall anybody ever saying anything about Diddy being an abuser. Everything that he's been accused of was based around entertainment, not his personal life. I mean, outside of the random stuff, but
yeah.
it's an
I don't know.
unfortunate
I think,
situation. He got daughters and like, come on.
yeah, yeah. I think this will definitely change the way people start to see him. Honestly, I think it's going to affect business. Um,
So, do you think he
I
killed
mean,
Kim? I mean, it's an
at this
allegation.
point,
I don't want to
I'm
put
a
that
hate.
on that.
I mean, nah. I mean,
If you think
I mean,
about it,
this is what we here for. This is what we here for. What I will say is, at this point, you know, first of all, this should apply to anybody anyway. But from this standpoint, as what I guess you would call a common folk in celebrity business, however you want to put it. I mean, you can't put nothing past nobody. At the end of the day, you can't put nothing past nobody. Like you said, when he go off that stage and he stop being P Diddy, Puff Daddy, or that entertainer or that music mogul, once he leave that stage and stop being that for us, we don't know who he becomes to the people that he deals with in his personal life. We don't know Sean Combs. We know P Diddy. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So we don't know who, like you said, we don't. Hell, a lot of people got people around them they don't really know. You know what I'm saying? You don't you this person, the stand-up guy around you, he nice to your kids. He don't even know his own child's shoe size, but he'll buy your kids something for their birthday. He's like, it's people, but you don't know that though, because you either you're not inquiring enough, or he's good at hiding it, or she's good at hiding it. Like there's just you just can't put nothing past nobody. Like the old saying go, man, you trust but verify. I trust that you're a
Yes.
good dude. I trust that you're a good person. I trust that you got my back. But every chance I get or anytime I feel the need to, I'm gonna verify that. You
Now
know what I'm saying?
you said trust but verify,
Yeah.
right?
Because you can tell me anything. You don't have a reason to lie to me, but I'm gonna make sure you ain't.
So this is a good transition point for that Kendrick versus Drake battle that happened. And
Okay. Well,
the
it's
reason
over
why I'm
now.
saying that, yeah, I think it had to end. Did you have a chance?
Yeah.
Not excuse me, audience. That was probably if you want to say an awkward transition. I think it's an awkward transition because that's
It flows.
that's
It
a
flows.
heavy situation. You know what I'm saying? But to move forward, uh, trust and verify. So Drake said that he fed Kendrick all that information and it was false.
Mhm.
He said he fed him the 11-year-old situation,
Yeah.
I guess the 14 or the I don't know why a nigga would try to put pedophile on himself. You know what I'm saying? But if he fed him
It don't
that
make sense.
information, yeah. So, but trust and verify, right? So
Yeah.
Drake, like, hey man, once Kendrick Lamar dropped beat the grams or whatever, Drake like, man, that whole song was false. So let's go through the progression of the beat, right? From what
Go
we
ahead.
started with, you get first person shooter. It was light.
Hmm.
Nobody really thought nothing of it until Kendrick Lamar responded on "Not Like Us." I mean, not like a what's the name of the song? Like that, where
Yeah.
he was featured on a Future and Metro song. So he addresses what Cole said in his verse. Fuck the big three. He's just big me. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which sparks J. Cole to respond, I think about a week later. And then probably a week later after that, he ended up apologizing about dropping the diss track. Which prompts Drake
Yeah.
to drop push ups. And after Drake
Yeah.
drops push ups, Drake's waiting for an immediate response or you know what I mean, or whatever. So while he's waiting, he ended up dropping Tailor Made. Tailor Made
Mm.
was a track where he used Snoop Dogg and Tupac voices, AI or artificially intelligence uh, software to alter his voice to sound like Snoop Dogg and Tupac or whatever. He said some things called Kendrick out again. From that point, Kendrick turns around and
Mm.
drops Euphoria, a almost 7 minute song responding to Drake, calling
Yeah.
Drake out and whatnot. As he's waiting for Drake to drop, he drops uh I think 616. I think it's 616 in LA or 616 in Compton, where it's
Hmm.
supposed to be like a play on Drake. You know how Drake dropped the AMs and PMs before he dropped the album.
Yeah.
So he dropped that. After that, we get Drake dropping Family Matters, which is also a 67-minute song. Kendrick Lamar follows right like 10 minutes later. He drops Beat the Grams. Then about a couple days later after that, he drops Not Like Us or whatever.
Yeah.
Which leads to the final diss track of the series. You can check it on Apple Music. I got the playlist all put together for y'all if y'all want it. Drake ends up responding, calling off the battle. Basically, people like to say it's a white flag song or whatever. I don't look at it like that, but we can talk about
Yeah.
it. He ends up dropping the Heart Six, the Heart Part
Yeah.
Six, which would have been Kendrick Lamar's next track or track title, a part of his Heart series, or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is also interesting. I like that because he got he got right at this point he got five parts to the heart, or whatever. But I
Yeah.
wonder if at the end of his career, if he's going to take all the hearts and then make the heart album. You get what I'm saying? Like that would be cold to
Is
me.
it? I'm not sure.
That'd be cold. But so that's the whole rundown of all the songs that was involved. Most of them took place over a 2 week span or whatever. But I want to hear your thoughts on the rap battle. What did you think about
Um, I think the one thing, first of all, I want to say Kendrick won. I think that was obvious. I think we all knew that was going to happen. Whatever. But I think what bothered me the most throughout this whole process is I kept hearing people say they're going too far. I I feel like we may have kind of touched on this, but I was just hearing it so much, so much, so much. And I don't think that there's a such thing as too far when you are commenced in battle. You know, hey, when I was growing up, I was taught you got to do what you got to do to win the fight, kick, bite, whatever. You know, we ain't pulling no hair, nothing like that. But you
it?
know, you resort to you resort to what you need to come out on top, at least the best way you can. Even if you lose, at least you tried. You know, and I think that was just I think that's unnecessary. I think people don't understand the idea of trying to win the rap series, rap battle. I think me and you had a brief conversation about that too, where it's like, you know, certain people we can't really say what's too far because we don't know what's at stake. I don't know what this person is trying to gain. I don't know what they think they're going to lose. So
Real.
somebody who got their back up against the wall or in that ring, I can't judge what you do to win as long as it's fair. And I think a fight is fair as long as both parties come with the same thing. If you bring a sword, I'm gonna just make sure I got one. Whatever the case may be, however you coming, I'm gonna meet you there. That's how we gonna duke it out. And I think in rap, that's what happens. You come with your mind, your ability to find information, your ability to turn that information into catchy bars. And I think they both had the exact same tools, and one is just the better fighter. It's just what it came down to. You know, and don't get me wrong, Drake has took out some people that I guess at the time would be considered worthy. I don't really think he beat Pusha, but a lot of people seem to think Drake got
No,
one
yeah.
over
Every
Pusha.
if anybody say he beat Pusha, they lying through their teeth. They
Yeah, a
they
lot of
they
I
lying with
mean,
their
I
hand
feel
on
I
the
feel like
Bible,
the
bro.
consensus is like maybe 70-30. I think a lot of people think he won over that. But I think real fans of hip hop kind of know that ain't the case. This ain't a popularity contest. This is a skill of this is a battle of skill. You know, you don't have to
I
like
had
Pusha T to know that he's a good rapper.
on that topic. I told me and my friend we had this discussion, and it came
Yeah.
down to what did Drake have to gain from that Pusha T battle, and then what did Pusha T have to gain? Pusha T was irrelevant up until he started dissing Drake. And the original beef was between Drake and Kanye West. Pusha T ended up jumping into that. Well, it's either
Mm-hmm.
Drake and Kanye West or Drake and Pharrell, either one. But Pusha T ended up jumping in to defend one of them. And by him doing that, he became relevant using Drake name and whatnot. And then for me, dropping some good content. I'm not saying he didn't what he dropped was trash. I'm not taking that away from him.
Yeah, yeah, I
What I'm
get it.
saying is he stepped in. Sort of like how the game tried to step in and diss Rick Ross and that. Then nobody care
The
about
game is
that.
becoming
You know what
the game is becoming. He's starting to show his light skinnedness. You know what I mean? Like
I'm saying?
he's. But to be honest, Rick Ross is annoying as hell too. I actually fuck with Rick Ross. I like the whole business mind, mentality type shit. So I just fuck with that in general because that's how I aspire to be. But like as far as everything else go, he's definitely become, bro. He one of them people where it's kind of like, all right, bro, we get it. You got a whole lot. Hey, I fuck with that. I respect that. But what's the skill set though?
Yeah.
Like is you gonna drop a decent track or not? We all know you got money. You're a rapper. Cool. I like the cars. One day I plan on going to the car show. All that shit is fine and dandy. You feel me? Kudos, congratulations. Ain't nothing but love and support on that tip. What's going on though? Like that's not gonna win the rap battle. That's not gonna show who's the better
You
MC.
talking as far as
You know what I'm
Rick
saying?
Ross?
Yeah,
Well, Rick Ross got out of it what he wanted to. So that's why I feel like he just started trolling
but
after
he's
that.
still doing stuff though. Like
No, that's what I'm saying.
he
He just started
Instagram playing
trolling
yeah, but it's like for what though? Cause you don't
because he
want no
trying to.
smoke.
No, it's so like look at it like this. All right. Uh, okay, so Pusha T aside, Drake lost that one. Drake won the Meek Mill battle. He won
Yeah,
the one. He lost the battle with Kendrick Lamar, but he won the war overall. Overall, to me, because the fact of the matter is, Drake for the most part, outside of let's say the Heart Part Six, Drake was on every track responding to at least four or five different people. Kendrick
right.
Lamar, he had the advantage of only having to focus on one target. So would you like is it bad strategy by Drake to keep going at the five or six people that keep taking shots at you and not focus on just the one person that's actually getting the good licks in? Or is it like, man,
Yeah.
I don't know where these hits coming from, so I gotta defend all fronts, right? So when no like once Future Metro and Rick Ross kind of fell back after the first week or two or whatever, it just became between Kendrick and Drake. But Drake still approached it like it was 20v1 as they was saying or whatever. Rick Ross got out of it what he needed. Rick Ross ain't dropped a hot song in I don't know how long. So when he dropped his diss track towards Drake, it actually charted. So now you become relevant. You know what I mean? You getting spins, you getting streams. Like what else is there to do outside of that? You feel like you winning now? Because how long has it been since
Yeah.
you had a record on the charts? It's been a long time. So what do you do next? You try to capitalize off of that. So I feel like all the trolling has just been him trying to pivot and capitalize off that record, which has been ineffective if you ask me. But it's been funny along the way too. Some of the things he said be kind of funny. But he getting booked for shows and all kinds of stuff off of that one record. So
I don't know about.
he
I
keeping that
feel like Rick
energy up.
Ross has a catalog. I feel like he has a catalog. Like he got
No, no,
good
no. But I'm
music
saying
that
that's true. But when was the last time he dropped this song?
No, I get that part. But what I'm saying is, if he needed to go sell out a show, he has enough good songs to where the diss record isn't going to deter whether or not people show up.
But he would
It's
have
not going
so
to make
like
or break.
so the difference would be it's a difference that we go online and we be like, hey man, we're gonna have a live show. We're gonna be over here, we're gonna be over there, we're gonna be over there.
Mhm.
It's a difference in that compared to you picking up phone calls and people just, hey man, bring y'all show over here. Hey, okay, hey bro, hey bring y'all show over. Now I'm calling you, hey bro, they want to book us this time, this time, this time. So like it's the push pull effect. Either you pushing or you getting pulled. That's how marketing
Right.
goes, right? So like I don't know when his last record was, but he on the shelf, right? So from that point, it'll be a
Him and Meek
push
Mill.
if oh yeah, they dropped the album. So they'll have to
Yeah.
push themselves to go get shows. So they pushing this. So with him dropping this champagne moments or whatever, it's a pull effect. Now you can stand
Mhm.
still and just wait for everybody, for all the people that want to see you on stage to just call you. You ain't gotta go do no
Yeah.
research, looking for venues and none of that. It's already set up. You just gotta show up. And I think that's the win for him. Is that yeah, I could have set up a tour myself, but instead, hey, I'm legit. Hey, hey, booking. If you need to book me, get my email. That way, you just pick what city you want to be in next. Pick what city you want to
Mhm.
be in next, and put your own schedule together. Then that's a win because now they coming out of pockets because they want to see you perform the diss track, be funny or whatever. So I think he got what he wanted
Mhm.
out of it. I don't think it was that deep between him and Future. I think that was just some promo ish. I think the Metro situation was promotional. Uh, I think the Kendrick, I think him and Kendrick. I won't be surprised if they talked about it because people call it like people be like, if you get a feature from Drake, that's a Drake stimulus package. Basically saying like, if you get a feature from Drake, your numbers gonna boom. I think Kendrick
Mhm.
was like, you know what? I want to do it. I want to be. I want to. I want to do it a different way. Let's beef and then send my numbers through the roof. That's just my conspiracy. I'm not. I don't know. They probably just beefing for food. You know what I'm saying? So
You know, I don't.
it just seemed like
It's
they
not
worked
that
together.
I don't 100% disagree, but I will say that I don't think Kendrick and Drake will be core. I feel like they'll be cordial. I don't think they'll ever be cool. But my thing is, I feel like with I think what people don't get, I think when it comes to Kendrick specifically, is that he's not being, at least from the way I see it, and like when I hear him talking in interviews, like before it even got this far, he's always pretty much been the same way. Like, yeah, they cool, I respect their talent, but I'm going to every chance I get, I'm going at because that's what hip hop is. I'm going to constantly prove we are okay. So this is a perfect example. I kind of was like on the like a outskirts of a conversation, and it's kind of like, well, we're gonna look at Lil Wayne and still consider Lil Wayne the best rapper alive, right? But Lil Wayne ain't out here trying to battle rap people and drop diss tracks to prove it. It's kind of like at this point, it's more so like perspective. No one has out rapped Wayne like as far as quality music ever. Like not one person. So it's kind of like, yeah, he's probably the great, but in the moment, the person who's doing it the best actively, it's going to be Kendrick Lamar, and no one has proved otherwise. Not one person has proved otherwise. Yeah, he doesn't have to. Yeah, he don't drop as much. You know, he's not dropping 3, 4 albums. But here's the thing: why do we need an album? Some of these rappers drop 2, 3 albums a year, and and with 20 tracks on them, out of 60 songs in a year, people probably remember anywhere between 3 and 5. That's not quality music. People who listen to Kendrick, they know the whole album from front to back, word to word. They enjoy what they like off of it. It's just quality work. It's different. Same with Cole. Hell, even same with Drake. When Drake drop an album, when people fuck with it, they fuck with it. It is what it is. But the majority of the artists that drop can't say that. Like we
No,
were
they
just
can't.
talking about Pusha earlier. Daytona was a phenomenal album. I can't remember not one song off of it, but I know when I hear it, I'm gonna like it. You know, that's just the reality of it. So
As far as
I think it's more business. It's more business minded. It's like this is what hip hop is supposed to be. It's cool. Make the pop songs. Make the songs talking about you got everybody girl and you know you fucking everybody women and you know you going about the latest Bugatti. That's cool. But real hip hop fans, that's why people are into backpack rap and all those other things because it's like sometimes, bro, I just want to hear some real music. Like
yeah,
not to say that that ain't real music, but like a lot of it is lacking. It is really lacking skill, bro. I remember seeing I was watching an interview with Ray Shrimmer, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. The interview he says something to the effect of he was asking the lady, did she like actually hear the song? And he was like, oh, I took the roof off the Porsche. That's a headless horse. And he was like, oh, that's cold. And I'm like, bro, Wayne has said that bar 50 million times, 48 million different ways. Like, bro, you're not
yeah,
I'm not, bro. I'm not hating. I'm proud of your success, but for you to think that that's like a top notch bar, reality is it isn't.
yeah.
We've heard it. It's not a
And that
top
guy
notch
no
bar. It's
cap
nothing
is
anyone
no cap be
put
saying some
together.
shit though. No cap be
I
saying
like
some
No
good
Cap.
shit.
I like the way that they kind of. I ain't gonna lie, Rilo sometimes forces metaphors, but I kind of like it
Yeah,
because I like the idea of pushing the edge of the creativity. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And them
for
cats
sure.
probably ain't gonna get listened to as much as you know a Ray Shremmer song. You don't hear Rilo on the radio like that. But hell, the
No,
song Philadelphia with No Cap and Rilo. One of my cousins put me onto that, and it's like, okay, like I like that creative effort. Anybody can
Hey,
go on the
even
track. It's somebody right now who live in their mama basement and can go talk about all the things he got that he either may have or don't have, and it can turn into a nice song. Where's actual talent though? Can you say something and make me think like, oh, like damn, I wouldn't have thought about that.
like Kendrick Lamar, how much a dollar costs? That song fire, bro.
I don't even know if I
You
heard
never
that,
heard it,
but
bro? It's man, it's is it introspective? I want to say it's interest. But either way,
meaning
it's gonna
like
have you looking
calling out
at yourself. Yeah, it's gonna have you
yeah,
looking at yourself and how you even in the song I think that was Euphoria. I believe that was Euphoria.
mm-hmm.
When he was telling when Kendrick was telling Drake, you don't know nothing about that. I was like,
Yeah,
duh.
yeah, no fact
He
though.
was like, he said, he was talking about how he raised his son or how he talks to his son. I'm like, man, listen,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
had me looking at myself like, that. Like, I need to be more, you know what I mean? And I don't want to say this on in front of all the people
Yeah.
that's watching or whatever, but you know, I'm not no bad parent, but I can be a better parent. You know what I mean? I feel like with anything we do as people, we should feel like we can do better. But it
There's
had
room
me
for
thinking like,
growth.
yeah, I need to be, yeah, I could be a little bit more, well, shit, fucking better as a parent,
Yeah, I
dog, as
mean,
a
ain't nothing
father
wrong
to
with
my
it.
son. You
There's
know what I'm
no
saying?
manual to this. Ain't no rule book to
Yeah.
being a parent.
But as far as
And here at
you
Not
said,
Podcast, that's what we encourage people. Grow, learn. That's what we created this for. There's always room to grow and always room to learn.
shut up. As far as the battle going too far, I think the fans went too far. I don't think the artists went too far. I think the fans were. I think the fans were going way too far. Man. Like it's one thing to listen and appreciate what's going on in the moment. It's another thing to go CSI, go full what's they call that SVU, what's SVU, SVU, whatever, SVU, Special Victims Unit. Yeah, so
Some,
CSI,
yeah,
SVU,
yeah,
or
SVU.
Criminal Minds, like man, 40 first 48, man, they taking every like it's cool to break down bars, but then they go like start pulling up people or looking. That's what I'm about to say. Looking for something to
Yeah.
put on a person. That's different. And one thing I'm gonna say is this: though. The
Mm.
Bible says sin is sin. Liar is no better than a thief. So even though if once y'all start picking sides, talking about some, well, he a pedophile. Is well, what about Kendrick Lamar supposedly beating his girlfriend? So you gonna
Yeah.
say beating on your girl is less offensive than being a pedophile? It sound like it, right? But they both gonna go to jail if somebody press charges. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One might get a little
If
bit more
there's
time than the
action,
other, but
yeah.
it's still consequences. It's still that's still breaking the
Right.
law. You know what I'm saying? It's still wrong, fam. So like, I don't condone neither. First of all, and secondly, I don't. The only other thing outside of the fans, the casual fan, not the real
Mhm.
rap and hip hop fans and stuff, because I like some of their perspectives and stuff. It's the casual fan. Outside of the
Yeah.
casual fan, I didn't like the fact that Kendrick Lamar brought up race and pedophilia or whatever. Because at the end of the day, fam, like he a black Jew. Like,
Yeah.
can he really be racist? You know what I'm saying? Like half of him went through one of the worst documented torment, worst documented egregious uh, events ever, like the Holocaust.
Yeah.
That side of them, niggas getting
Mhm.
gas chambered and taken away from family and killed and murdered frontline. And, like, Then you got the black side, niggas was enslaved, ripped away from family, or like so like it's kind of like double jeopardy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and you like I can understand him saying what he said, but I don't agree with what he said. You know what I'm saying? I can understand it though. You got to win, but I just don't agree with that. And then as far as the pedophile shit, like if I don't know a person, you be like, oh man, he a pedophile. I might swing on that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I think I think
Like,
for me,
like
the
that's
only
kind of
thing
that's tough, bro. Some things you can't live
I
down.
think the only I think the only thing for me would be that um it could be very career damaging if they're false allegations, because now that'll always sort of be attached to him. He'll have to work hard
Yeah.
to shake. And the same thing with the spousal abuse situation. I think those things are hard to kind of shake off. Um,
But
but
one thing
I
is
don't
true.
feel, huh?
They said, well, in Kendrick Lamar defense, the situation supposedly happened years ago. So
Okay.
it's like, and then I think they said he spoke on it already or something like that. So it was kind of already out. You know what I'm saying? With
Oh,
that,
okay.
with the
Yeah,
pedophile
I
shit for
hadn't came
Drake,
across that.
yeah, they said he spoke about it
I
on
hadn't.
his Mr. Morale album.
Okay. Well,
Well, cheating or whatever.
in either,
But yeah,
yeah, yeah.
go ahead, my
No, no,
bad.
you good. I think it. No, you straight, Brody. In either event, I think that's just something that I guess as far as like I mean, but like I said, when you going into attack mode, you just going that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna attack. I think more so like just on the defensive end, it's like, okay, let me be prepared for what might be said, this, that, and the third. Let me make sure I'm handling my brands and my deals properly, so people won't take these, this the music aspect and try to mess up things that have nothing to do with the music.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? This rap battle. This could be like I was saying, like, bro, in battle rap, people say the most craziest, outlandish stuff you ever heard. And then they go out and hang out and go party at the club together.
they do
Like
the
they
call
really
you a
be saying,
snitch, and
bro,
then
they
go
really
hang
be
out with
boys. Yeah, I mean, like literally, I'm talking about people who grew up together, like they best friends, talking about hang your child over the balcony and drop them, like,
you.
and
Yeah,
it's just, and to them, they understand this is my job. This is just my job is to go at your head and win. You got thick skin, I got thick skin. I know how you coming at me. I know how I need to come at you. We gonna have these threes. We gonna play ball for these 3 rounds, and when we done, bro, we finna go take some shots and party. Like we finna kick it, run our views up, and
yeah.
get paid off our job that we just did.
That I think Drake and Kendrick Lamar are doing that right now. They probably ain't shake hands or nothing, but they most
Yeah.
definitely reaping the benefits of
Everybody's chilling. Everybody's
yeah,
chilling in their big old mansions and they eating filet mignon, A5 wagyu. No one is really bothered but the people.
bro. That
Them
A5
niggas don't.
Wagyu, bro.
Them boys don't care. I guarantee you, they don't care. They could care less.
That A5 Wagyu, bro.
Top tier. I already know.
Bro, that I seen somebody fillet a steak just so they can show
Mm-hmm.
you like the marble how,
Yep.
bro. I don't know how to describe it, bro. It was so beautiful, bro. I was like, man, I know that. I know that tastes good. My bad.
No, you straight.
Food.
But yeah, man.
That's my
I
food
think
review days. My bad.
Yeah, yeah, no, same in me because we both do that. But yeah, I think when it comes to Drake and Kendrick, it's obvious Kendrick won. I think Not Like Us is a that's tough. It's
It's
a
a
nice bop
banger,
to it. It's a
bro.
nice jam. But I think the things that wasn't I think the songs that were more lyrical based or whatever, like like it's been stated. I think well, I ain't no thought. I heard Rhapsody said earlier. I watched part of her Breakfast Club interview. Like, man, Kendrick cooked that man every way that you could think of: baked, barbecue, grilled, fried in a pan.
Mhm.
Like he gave you everything that you wanted, and I can't agree with that statement more. Now that's not to say Drake isn't a formidable opponent. He is, but even the greats fall sometimes. Muhammad Ali has been knocked out. Roy Jones Jr. has been knocked out. Mike Tyson has been knocked out. So, the greats fall. Sometimes it happens. I don't think he's going to continue being the megastar that he is. Kendrick is going to continue being the megastar that he is. I don't think anyone's career is broken because of this. I don't think none of that. I think people just enjoy having a good moment in hip hop.
It's just gonna be it's gonna be hard for him. It's gonna be hard for him to live that. Like not like us is gonna be what not like us to Drake is gonna be what back to back is to Meek Mills.
Yeah, not like us. Not like us is going to be played all throughout the summer. It is what it is. It's going to be at the cookout. It's going to be at the club. It is what it is. But you'll be fine.
You got some quotables in there too, though. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
he'll be fine.
You might disagree with me, but I feel like the best diss track out of the battle was "Family Matters" by Drake, only because he kind of like dissed Kendrick 2 times, but he like took the little middle portion of that song and addressed everything else. It was good production. Came with a video. I don't know if you've seen the video, but I think the best record, best song out of the whole battle is "Not Like Us," and that's going off of it. So like that works for casuals, and for the people who really don't care about lyricism and what metaphors are and all that. You got "Not Like Us," which is a song you can rap, dance to, quote. You got quotables, you know what I mean, all that. So like, I feel like, yeah, you got to get
it hits every point
on that. Yeah, you got to get in on that. And we can touch on this topic later if something else come out, but that's basically my thoughts on that one. I guess the last topic for me would be
for the season finale.
We talked earlier this season about hair in school, right? And the student had to get their hair cut off because it went against school policy. Whatever. Either he got his hair cut off or he got suspended. One of these.
He couldn't couldn't go to like the school or something. I remember.
But either way, he felt it was a consequence for him having dreads, right? So now, and then we also I talked about this, or we talked about the woman who be groomed, who lay with these students, and then I brought up why don't we see, or some lady asked at my son's school, how come there isn't a lot of men working in the school environment, education system? And I said because like some of these niggas be weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like saying that a man can't care about kids' education and whatnot. But what I'm saying is some of these niggas be weird, right? And you can't never really judge these
some of them definitely don't have the right intentions.
And it go for the females too, because like recently it was a picture, but like a teacher posted a picture. And the question or the caption on the picture was, "I wonder if my 10th graders be looking at my body or some shit." And it was a picture of her.
I didn't see
so
that.
tight, you can see her SpongeBob drawers. It's like, why would a teacher say that about 10th grade, right? That's ridiculous. Now, the topic we are going to talk about has to do with a male teacher in a school environment. So, this male teacher, he got fired by the school because he uploaded a TikTok video that showed multiple teenage girls taking down his grades. How do you feel about it? That's what I said. How do you feel about that?
I kind of lost you for a second. I know what the top.
My bad. You good?
You want my feedback?
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, you
Can you
kind
hear
of
me?
was yeah, you froze on me for a second. The topic, I didn't know if you asked me for feedback or not.
No, so yeah, I said it was a teacher who got fired by his school because he uploaded a TikTok video with multiple teenage girls taking his hair down. How do you feel about
Yeah. Um, it appears, that it was from what I've seen and from what I read, it appears that it was harmless after after work was done. I'm not sure if it was after school or not. And I also feel like I read somewhere too that the TikTok that he was using, that he often uses it during school time, and the money that the TikTok generates is he uses it for things that the school needs. So I guess I say all that to say, do I think it was appropriate? No. Do I think it was inappropriate? Not really. I just don't think it was something that needs to be done. You know, being someone who obviously I did spend a year working at Mesmer as security slash like classroom help or whatever. And when you're a good person, sometimes some of them kids, bro, they don't have nothing. Like they don't have people to talk to. They don't feel heard. They don't feel like people notice them. Some of them don't even feel like they can be themselves. So I guess when you have those different types of interactions with some of them, especially like some of the older kids who can understand, who can comprehend, who know how to express themselves and say, hey, I had a bad time at home, or I'm not getting this at school, or the kids picking on me, whatever it may be. I think sometimes they do kind of draw to you, like the way like a little cousin or like a nephew or a niece would when you're there for them. It's kind of like, man, I'm gonna go hang out with Unc. Like I don't want to be at the house. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I think, I guess, long story short, do I think he needs to take it that far? No. Me personally, like what I want my daughter planning some grown man here, I would prefer it not happen. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be honest. Like if you're at school or whatever, extracurricular. It's cool. Like you can stand around, whatever, if that's what's going on, you want to talk or whatever. I don't think you necessarily have to do that though,
it?
but it seems very mixed. And it seems very one-sided too, as far as the fact that subsequently been videos posted of female children. I mean, female teachers doing the same thing with other children, female, males, whatever. Like you brushing their hair, combing their hair, just. I guess people look at it as affection. I think they're over sexualizing it. And
Yes, I agree.
I don't think that's necessary, but I do understand why people are like, yeah, that's it's inappropriate. It's not necessary. It's something that shouldn't have. You can take your own hair down, whatever. But well, there's really no but. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Um, I don't know, man. I think it's one of those situations where it's like, does this man have a good reputation among the kids? Does he have just a good reputation among his peers, among the people who know him? I think certain things can be kind of judged off character, like we said earlier, trust but verify. And that's how you kind of verify, like, is this man known to be somebody you have to worry about? And even if he isn't, are any of the kids, do they feel threatened by him? Like, obviously they feel comfortable enough around him to where, they don't feel threatened. They don't feel like I don't want to be around him. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's just nowadays, bro, like I say, recently working in a school environment, you kind of see that. Like some of those kids don't like going home, bro, like for real. And they have a teacher, whether it be female, male, whether the student is female, male, they have these other adults who they kind of just latch on to. And it's like, because it's an adult and a child, or what we see as children, the line is thinner than a piece of paper, bro. It's like what is okay and what isn't. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I'll
They
say this.
probably would tell you. They probably would tell you. but this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This our guy, you know, this our favorite teacher, woo out the bam. You know, like it could be 1000% harmless in their mind. You know, I seen a video where he posted it and the kids were like reaching out to him or whatever, telling because they didn't know he got fired because of that. They just thought he wasn't there that day. And that says a lot. Like, who is this dude? Like, who in our classroom? Where you at? You know what I'm saying? We hope you're okay. We hope you're feeling all right. And I think they did, or maybe they did know. And you know, they reached out and it's like, I don't know. I don't know if that do my bad. I'm getting long-winded. Do I think he
No,
should
you
have lost
good.
his job? I don't think he should have lost his job, but I think there needs to be a boundary in communication happening. Like, hey, this is the type of bond that I'm building with some of these kids. Let me make sure the parents know and understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure the school understands and knows what's going on, and we can set those rules and those boundaries and things like that. Um, and I don't know, man, but I know for a fact it's kind of like a slippery slope, man. Like I say, no matter if it's a male or a female, the teacher is male or female. It's just it could be a woman teacher and a female student. Just it could be a slippery slope because people are going to assume things, they're going to think things, and you just I don't know, man. It kind of puts the teachers in a hard space because it's like I had like one of the things that I noticed was the few educationers or the teachers rather that seemed like so detached from the kids. Like I used to sit back like, bro, this person they here for a check. They don't care nothing about these children. But then you see the ones who like care, like they always in their face when they see them doing something. Come here. What you doing? Nah, come on, man, get to class. And then you got the other ones where it's like, oh, you didn't do the homework? Yep, fail. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, but I ain't understand this question. Oh well, you should have figured it out. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I seen where I seen such a split where it was literally like some of those people, bro. Like in my mind, you'd be better off going to be a police officer or a drill sergeant. You don't care about these kids; they're just numbers to you. They don't matter. And I get it. Some people feel like that's how they need to operate. I totally understand that. But I think in a setting where you spending 8 hours and you're in charge of teaching people, these are the people who are gonna grow up and be your doctors and gonna be your children's teachers and all those type of things. It's just like and you don't have an ounce of empathy or compassion for them, this ain't the field for you. That's like being a nurse, but you really hate people. That's an impossible job to do with that attitude. Like, let's be for real. Every nurse that I've ever met at, no matter what hospital I've ever been in, they be like the sweetest people ever. Like they
Yeah,
talkative. They have every single nurse has like a certain bounce and personality about them. Every single one. I've not met a nurse anywhere who's not like that. Not they're like that at work. They're like that at Walmart. They're like that when they pumping gas. If you walk past and she got a nurse, oh hey, you a nurse? Yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh. They just be chipper and like not necessarily like whatever, but there's a positive energy from people who possess the skill to take care of people. And I think you need that same energy when you're in charge of raising them. Think about it, bro. You send we send our kids in the care of somebody who basically for 8 hours a day for 180 days out of the year, they do our job. They're
that's
in
right.
charge of caring for them, protecting them, teaching them, making sure they eat, all these things. You know what I'm saying? And we're trusting these people to do that. And I think I don't want, my daughter sitting on nobody's lap or nothing like that. But do I want someone to have compassion, to have some understanding for when I'm not around to provide it to her? Most definitely. I want it to be an appropriate level, but I want it to be there nonetheless. I feel like it's needed in that field. My mom's a teacher, and some of them kids are hard to deal with, but I also know my mom. Like, I know she has a level of compassion. That's why she does what she does and continues to do it. You know what I'm saying? And she works with kids who need a little more help than an average child. And it
Oh
come with a
yeah.
lot. It come with a lot, and I know she's the type of person that can handle that type of stuff, that can do it because she does it and she's been doing it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? On a very efficient level at that. So my bad for being long winded, but it's kind of having experience and being around kids, and it's like I've been in positions where it's like, bro, I was sitting in the hallway, securing the hallway, and like I had a kid come up to me and, oh hey, Mr. M, how you doing? I'm good. What's going on with you? man, nothing. I'm talking about just going into a story. Just it was weighing heavy on her. She just started talking. Before I knew it, she was crying. And I'm like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Parents, there ain't no rule book to it. A lot of black women and black daughters have a disconnect that I can't explain because I'm neither one. I'm a black father with a black daughter, but my daughter is like me and my daughter are close. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
understand.
sometimes it's different. Sometimes it's different with a black mother. There's the ego. There's the who you think. It's like I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I've never experienced.
That's a
I
fact,
don't know
man.
what it is. But she was going through that, and she was really hurt by it. And I gave her the best advice and I could. And I remember being told one time by one of my superiors, like, man, these kids don't listen. They don't care. I said, no, they don't listen to you.
Yeah,
Because you don't feed them anything worth holding on to. All you want to do is
yeah.
yell at them and tell them and tell them to get out your
Tell them what
face and
they
go do
doing
their.
wrong and all that. I don't
Yeah,
want to hear
yeah.
about what they
It
doing
didn't take
wrong,
me
bro.
nothing, but this was a 5-minute conversation, and in 5 minutes, this child was angry, sad, and back to what, you're right. I can figure it out. I understand. You help me understand my mom a little more, which will help me communicate with her in return. Instead of thinking that I'm not being listened to, maybe I can express it to her this way. You're right, Mr. M. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything wrong with that. There's nothing inappropriate going on. It's like sometimes kids just need that. Now, I could have
Yeah.
been an a-hole and be like, I don't care what you're going through, go to class. Now she in class getting in trouble. Now she didn't got suspended because she angry. And all it would have took was 5 minutes to let her just vent a little bit and calm her down. Now she in there, she's learning, she's being productive, she's being effective, which is what we want out of our kids and students anyway. Everything doesn't have to be ruled with an iron fist.
I uh
I got
I
about
agree.
25 minutes left, bro.
Oh no, you good, you good. What I'm about to say is when it comes to that situation, I feel like first it was hypersexualized, but we gotta remember
Yeah.
who these kids' mothers were. They were most of them were part of our generation. We know how the woman in our generation was getting down. So
Yeah.
for it to be a outcry or a national outrage or whatever, I feel like the man got fired because his conduct was detrimental to the school. Fam.
Mm-hmm.
You did something that was questionable, and you video recorded it. Then next thing you know, you got the whole world looking at the whole nation looking at the school, like who's employed this guy, and they got to answer these questions. Don't know, don't no company, no school, no nothing got time for that kind of like if it
Yeah.
ain't coming
Yeah.
from us as an organization, we don't got time for an employee at a job that got fired for something. It happens all the time. Actually,
Yeah.
Amazon workers get fired for going on TikTok all the time. You know what I'm saying? But
That's a
uh,
fact.
but I think that's why he got fired. As far like I had asked my kid's mother about the situation. She felt like she was like, "Yeah, if there was in middle school, I wouldn't have thought nothing about it. But if there was in high school, I would have had a real big problem about it because it's a difference. Middle school,
Mm,
you probably still playing with dolls and all this extra stuff. You ain't thinking about boys and nothing like that for the most part. I'm not a girl, but it's her logic. But in high
yeah.
school, you getting into that, right? You want to be like, you want to be this. And then a lot of women, they know how they were in high school. You know what I'm saying? So like, um, so I feel like it most definitely was hypersexualized, and I feel like he got fired because bro, you put it on TikTok, bro. You bought a lot of smoke to the school for no reason. Man. You got them answering
Yeah.
questions they ain't got to answer. They shouldn't have been answered. And then the first thing you do
Yeah.
after you get fired is you go back on TikTok. Like, it's like you get arrested for stealing at CVS, and the first thing you do when you get out is go steal from Family Dollar. Like, bro, like,
Right.
did you learn anything? Because you're not on there talking about you're not on there just talking from your perspective. Now you talking about emails the kids sent you, doing this little crying and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's hard for me to believe if it's staged or not. You know what I'm saying? Are you looking for empathy from the people, or are you really trying to let the world know this how the kids feel about you? You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like it could have been other ways to go
I,
about it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I feel like that don't work in his favor. And then the last thing is he got a TikTok. They said like a few years ago he did this little trend, this emo trend or whatever, where he acted like he was an emo guy because the student said he only mess with emo boys. So he got like his shirt off, then he got like this gothic hairstyle kind of look. He kind of singing and talking in like
mm,
emo fashion or whatever. And then it's like, bro, so when you put all that together, it goes back to what I said earlier. People don't throw labels on you unless you put yourself in a position to be labeled like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah,
kind of it's not 100% all the time because like people be lying. But for the most part, if they go look at your if they look at your TikTok and you got your shirt off, and if you got any of them kids in
yeah,
your class following you, now you looking
yeah,
a certain way, fam. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Like I said, he needs to be lying. Turn your mic back on.
all right. My,
I have no idea what that was. I said, what
say
happened? Where
what
bro
happened?
go?
But yeah, but like once you got all that going on, so they gonna investigate first of all to see if it's any foul play going
Yeah,
on. And if
as
they
they
look at
should.
yeah, if they look at your what's it called, and they be like, do I want my daughter following a teacher who like if he got the students following, I'm not saying he do, but
Right,
kids
right.
be on TikTok, bro. So it's nothing to go like it's women that have been fired because they got OnlyFans pages or whatever. How do they find
Mm,
out they got an OnlyFans page? One of
yeah,
the students found out that she had an OnlyFans page. Like we're exposing the kids to way more than just education or knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I feel like the firing was only justifiable if they fired him because his conduct was detrimental to the school. If they fired that man because
hmm,
social media got on their ass, that's wrong. If I was him, I'd be
yeah.
doing a termination lawsuit.
No, I agree 100%. If they only fired him because the video went viral, that's not because here's my thing. Things like that and bonds, what I feel like there are a lot of bonds that students have with their coaches, with their teachers and stuff like that. Where as long as it's not causing an issue, no one seems to care, right? I feel like principals and the people who are in these schools, they know how they kind of know the culture of the building, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They understand what's going on. Like you said, you made a great point. I think it just comes down to the fact, oh, it went viral. You got some kids playing in your hair, and although it may seem harmless, you put it out into the world, and now we have to deal with it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to let you go. Ooh, out the band. But like you said, if really so, and it's a double-edged sword because here's what you possibly could have just done. You took out of the classroom a black male who had a reach with black students who were able to teach them, form a bond with them, make them feel seen, wanted, appreciated, made them feel like they could accomplish anything in the world. And what you're probably going to do, what you risk now doing is by taking him out, putting someone in there who doesn't care, who can't relate to him, which I seen, who can't relate to him, who doesn't care whether they fail or succeed, who just wants to get a check and get them out their class on to the next person. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a double-edged sword because everybody ain't going like it's so hard to explain because like as a parent there's like I said of course there's certain things that you just won't you just don't prefer but as someone who's been in the school system as an employee and has and seen how some of these kids are with the teachers and mind you I was only there for a year You know what I mean? It was kids who had been at that school for 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, and it's like I'm getting more respect than some of the teachers who've been there because I'm more approachable. I understand them better. You know what I'm saying? It's like where they're not listening to you and they want to walk the halls. Hey, come, look, check it out, man. You ain't finna be in my hallway all day. Look, we cool and all. I need you in class. All right, Mr. M. But another teacher come out and, oh, so and such, what you doing, man? Stop talking to me. Now they in the office. Now they suspended. You know,
That's true.
it's you. But that's
And
how
we
it
see
is.
it. I know we see it, bro. That's ridiculous. You know?
And you know, you see you a lot of times people send their children to school and they don't know. If ain't no phone calls being came home or whatever, they don't know. A lot of these
Yeah.
parents be feeling stressed, bro. They want their kids in sports. They want you to stay after school. They want you because they don't want to deal with it. And that's sad too. Like, you know, even middle school and high school kids, like even that early, it's like, huh, I gotta go home and take care of my brothers because my mama don't get home till 7, and I gotta try to find something to eat and put them in the tub and do my homework and then take care of myself. And it's like it's never ending for some of these kids, bro. And it's like sometimes just every time she come in the house, she yelling or you know, my daddy, he supposed to come pick me up this weekend. He ain't showed up in a month. You know what I'm saying? It be
Yeah.
so many things
It'd be too much
on
going on,
where
fam.
yeah, and so then you wonder why they can't focus at class or why they falling asleep because they don't have time to rest. They
Yeah.
mama in bed when she come home from work. When the kids ain't going to sleep, they jumping around in the room. She ain't getting up saying nothing. She called in the oldest child, go in there and make them lay down. That's not her job. You the mama. Y'all are the parents, you know. And it's crazy where I hear so many of them stories, and I see so many. I saw rather way too many adults in that environment who personally shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
I had a talk with my team, one of my guys in particular, and I told him like, bro, if I was a student at this school, I would have been kicked out of here. They too disrespectful to the students. They, you know, it's such a disconnect. This is a
Trust
mostly
me.
black school.
I
You have
got I
white
got
teachers
you.
who talk to the kids. They don't know how to. They don't understand the language. And here's my thing, right? It's cool for like for example, say those girls were in there having a arguing, getting ready to fight, and that's the only teacher that can calm them down. It's all good that he has that bond with them when y'all need him,
Yep.
but when he can cultivate a relationship and keep them engaged and keep them learning and doing things like that, you know what I'm saying? They ain't out hanging with some little boys. They ain't out here making babies at 15 years old. They're in a
That's
they're in
something
a what we hope is a safe space. But it's so much I can say about that, but I don't
that's
have that
something
much
he
time
should have
left. But
if he was gonna go online and speak on anything, that's something he should have brought up as far as like, how is your class going, buddy? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I didn't hear
but
him
that's my
talk about like it's okay to have relationships as far as like
yeah,
be
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
mentor or
yeah.
whatever with these students. Don't be the cool teacher. Be the teacher that actually make an impact. You know what I'm saying? So like if none of that stuff that
Exactly.
he was doing was translating to them having good grades or becoming having better characters or whatnot, then bro, you just all you really did was get fired. Just another nigga.
Yeah, but
Another
see, that's what
mistake.
I'm saying. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the article I read, it said that like those kids were there doing after school work, extracurricular work,
So
like it was a productive thing. And so then when
it
they
was
were
a
done,
productive
they're waiting
environment.
on rides. They're just interacting. This is just how they are
Yeah.
with each other. It's nothing harmless. However, and like I said, the school was aware of the TikTok and that he records in his class on the TikTok because some
So
it
it
generates
had to be
and the
outrage.
school benefits from it. The school benefits from the revenue that his TikTok page makes from what he feels in the class. So he basically break bread with them with the building, so they know about the TikTok. It's not a secret. I think it only became an
It was
issue
just an
because of the
outrage.
picture of this video. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because of the outrage, honestly.
Yeah.
And like I said, I get it. As a parent, I get it. Even as someone who's worked in a school, I definitely get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
we all knew
it's
that
just
one security guard or bus driver that used to let the girl do whatever she wanted and shit. You like, "Man,
And it's not even girls. Like
Sad.
I'm telling you, bro, it's guys. Like nowadays, school is way different than when we went. You know what I mean? It's like because
Well, no,
there's more going
I most
on.
definitely agree. I most definitely agree. Again, with the
It's so
introduction,
much more
like we didn't
going
have
on.
social media growing up either.
Yeah.
And until like our senior year, we probably had like junior, senior
I
year,
mean,
we
we
had
had like small stuff
Facebook.
like X
Yeah,
and
like
MySpace,
hacks.
but
Yeah, but
like what
you just
social
take that
media
with
is
you.
now, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But like what social media is now, it's way different. And then this is just a different group of kids. Like when I was coming up, bro, me and my homies, it was somebody was either at the crib or on their way. Like these kids wasn't raised. I didn't have to cook dinner for my little brother and them. I didn't.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to be my parents and be a kid and be a student. I didn't have to do that. And so many of these kids now are that's their life.
that's
Like
the
when
reality.
bro, it was so
Yeah,
many kids who would get in trouble or like and it wouldn't be a parent that would come. It'd be a sister or a big brother to come and get their cell phone back or gotta talk to the principal about why they got suspended. Moms and them ain't even showing up. She just don't want to leave work. Huh? You go down there, go see what she done did. Go see what he done did. And it's crazy, bro. And so it's like I say, man, it's an unfortunate situation all the way around. There definitely has to be boundaries, and you just kind of got to know what those boundaries are. You got to sometimes you just got
yeah.
to say, hey, hey, we cool. I like having you as a student. I like having y'all in my class. Y'all a great bunch of kids. I pray y'all be successful. But these things we're not gonna do. We can sit here and play spades. We can play Uno, but let's keep physical contact to a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep contact outside of school to a minimum. You can email my school email. Here's my school email if you need to ask about homework or you're gonna be late on the assignment, which they have that for kids anyway. A lot of them communicate through tablets and emails anyway. But you
Yeah.
shouldn't really need your personal. Shouldn't be no real need to exchange
No
personal
DM,
phone
man.
numbers.
No, none of that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't as an adult, you don't need to be. I know they go in like when like fights or when they do investigations on certain situations in schools, like if something happened on the weekend or whatever. Like I've seen kids get suspended for stuff they did on Saturday, literally, because it's on Instagram and one of the teachers or the principal heard about a fight on Friday, and even though it happened Saturday, because they can see the fight happened on Saturday, on Monday, they're suspending the students. I think that's
Wow.
ridiculous because it didn't happen at school, but these are the things that I saw.
Yeah. I got kicked out of message.
But
Um,
but with that being
Kirby,
said, yeah, man, I ain't even hear you. What you say?
I said I got kicked out of message, bro. So
I
they
can
gave me
listen. I'm gonna tell you, and I know you. You a player kid, bro. You was a player then. You a player now. I I could see why though. You're not even somebody. I'd be like, bro, it's a menace in school. Like I wouldn't be able to say that. It's just, bro. That's just
look,
one of them. Like I don't care. I don't owe them nothing. They don't owe me nothing. I'm just based on the topic. That's the experience I have, and
yeah. I mean,
you know,
we got all the season two to talk about how I
we
got
gonna
the
talk about that. Don't
kicked
worry.
out of message,
I can
dog. But
in the case. But with that being said, man, I got a little crazy. Would you rather to end it off with? But I'm gonna also ask people too. Before I go with the would you rather, I'm gonna ask people in the comments for the start of season 2. I definitely want to get back into my conspiracy theories. I need y'all to be interactive. I don't care when it crosses your mind, whatever. Come back to this video. Please drop a comment, a like, a share. Let me know some of the wildest conspiracy theories you've heard, ones you believe, ones that you want me to do some research on and talk about. Let's get back into doing the conspiracy theories. We can kind of mix it up. I'm going to get back into it for sure next season. I have a couple of good ones that I hope I remember and I'm write down and hope I keep up with them. And we're gonna get back into that for sure. But this a goofy one, but it's gonna be fun.
okay,
Would
we got
you
the
rather? Would you rather fight one duck-sized horse? No, I said that wrong. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
You said one duck-sized horse. No,
No,
one horse-sized duck.
one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses.
Man, so hey chat, please give this man some conspiracy theories, all right? Because shit's getting out of hand, man. Horsepower? Horsepower, dog.
Hey, 100 horses is kind of fast, bro. That's a lot of
I'm just
power.
all I'm saying is 100 duck-sized horses, bro. They still gonna have
And
that
mind you,
kick.
ducks aren't necessarily small either.
Oh, they not. That's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact.
But think about a
I'm
duck
gonna have
that's
to
the
go
size
with
of
a
a
duck size. I would have to go with the horse-sized duck. Man, them things bite though. Ducks
That's what
do
I was finna
bite.
say.
Yeah.
Hey, on a duck the size of a horse, the bill, boy, it might knock you out. Might be able to take your head off.
No, I'm thinking about the little ass kicks.
And
Like
horses bite too.
horses kick. Oh dang, I didn't know that. Ankles be
Yeah,
gone. Lord
horses got
have.
teeth. They'll get that shit closed and everything.
Damn, that's a good. Nah, this is a good one.
Because when you think about everything you got to consider, it's like it sounds goofy, but this a real. If you had to fight one of these, take one option. This a real fight, my boy.
Then that duck gonna have wings and shit.
It got wings. It can still fly. It got big paddle feet. A duck can kick you too. And like I said, remember, ducks
I'm gonna
ain't
go with
necessarily small.
I'm gonna go with the horse-sized duck. Only because I'm gonna take my chance and try to get on his back and choke the shit out of it.
Got pretty mad. Gonna him up.
We gonna put the
Man,
Melvin on
that
that
duck gonna
motherfucker, dog.
fly so far into the atmosphere, it's gonna be unbelievable.
Hey, hopefully it passed out with me then, bro. Because I'm gonna put the Melvin on it, bro. Put that mother in the headline.
With the Melvin, I don't know. Let me think. What would I do? Realistically, what would I do? Because I don't try to think of answers pre. I ask and then I try to I want to contemplate along in real time. So yeah, I'm thinking the stamina I would need to fight 100 duck-sized horses that can still kick me, bite me. They could chase you for an extremely long time.
I'm just saying, what if you only, and it's 100 of them though.
And that's a lot of kicking. Like
That's
that's a lot of
they can
kicking.
trample your ass.
Yeah, if you fall, you
They
could
can
really become.
trample.
You could get stampeded. Yeah, you can get stampeded. These are facts. I don't know, but like I said, I'm
I
worried
only
about
see
that
one
bill.
chance. Yeah, that's why I only see one chance with the duck side. You gotta take that neck out, man. For real. Anything other than that, bro.
I think
You got wings. What's it? You got that webbed feet. You know them
you
ducks
know
move
what
pretty fast.
I think what I would do. I think I'm gonna have to agree. As much as I want to say, I think I would take my chances with the
100 duck
duck-sized
size.
horses. I think what I would do, I would try to find something. Hopefully, I'm in an area where I can try to find like something. And man, if I find me a little pole or a nice tree branch, man, I'm swinging for the fence. I'm finna try to knock that duck lace front to the lakefront, Jack. I tell you, I'm trying, man. Listen, I'm finna try to have me some orange duck for dinner. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie.
hey, hey, a little poisson.
Hey, some Peking, boy, it's finna go down. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm gonna just have to try to take his head off. Cause see, we're getting on his back. I'm scared he gonna fly off or try to take me underwater. See, I can swim, but I can't float. So once I go under there, if I can't get back up, I'm gone.
Hey, you gonna see bubbles coming for both of us if you go in the water. You
I ain't never seen ducks fly like high. I ain't never seen ducks fly like too high, but I know
go
they
too
can fly.
long.
And
Oh
one
no,
that's
they
a horse.
come on, bro. You never see. Come on, bro. You don't seen them damn V, them ducks form a
No, I'm
V,
saying
and they all
I
flying
haven't
over
seen
your
them
head.
super high though. Like I don't think I ever seen a duck fly over a house.
Bro, yes,
Maybe I
you
just don't
have,
see enough
bro.
ducks. I probably don't see enough ducks. I don't go hunting or nothing like that, bro. I'm telling you, I
Bro,
see ducks
you
in
never
water.
looked in the, you never looked in the sky and seen that
I
V
see
shape
geese. Those
geese.
are geese
And
and
my thing,
goose. Those aren't ducks.
hey, knowledge is
You
changed. I'm gonna get
tweak.
my knowledge up. Cause yeah, I'm tweaking.
He talking about they being the geese. Man, them be
Okay, them
gooses.
is geese.
Geese.
Okay, you right though.
Maybe they are
I knew it was one of
mixed in
them.
the family of duck. We'll have to do some research on that. But
No,
yeah,
you
man, I
right,
think I
though.
think I think I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna have to try to take a little branch or something and turn big duck into dinner. That's what I'm think I'm gonna have to do. I ain't gonna lie to you. But chat,
uh,
make sure y'all drop y'all answer. Would you rather this season finale? We thank y'all for rocking with us through season 1. Season 2 will be back soon. Man, run the views up. I'm gonna try to get us some help, man. We need somebody to clip us some videos and help us market some of these channels. But nonetheless, we're gonna keep trying to make this comment. We might pop in and out. You might catch both of us. You might catch one of us. I'm gonna start trying to be better at going live when things are right on my mind and conversating with y'all when I see topics. I promise y'all I'm gonna get better with that, interacting with y'all a lot. I know these videos post they get posted, so the interaction is often after effect. So I'm gonna try to
yeah,
do way better at when topics come up, we can sit and have maybe an hour conversation on live on Instagram or on Facebook. I'm not able to go live yet on TikTok, but we're gonna work on that too. Try to get those engagements up, man. Just want to say, for me, I appreciate y'all. This ain't we. I'm not doing. Neither one of us is doing this as a joke, man. We hope one day that we can continue to exchange knowledge with y'all, change our lives at the same time, and in return, we can help change some of y'all lives. Do giveaways, contests, all type of things. So just keep supporting us, and the more y'all do that, the more we can give back. And I just want to thank y'all for a great season, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all.
yeah. Round of applause for the chat, man. And
Yes, indeed.
I second everything he said, man. I just want to let y'all know we will be back. We will be better. So just
Oh, we coming back for sure.
hold it down, run them views up, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for the last time this season, it's your boy Way Too Smooth. And
And the last time for season 1, it's your boy B Mahoney. We out.
we out.